tiny paper cowboy hat. If you're asking yourself if you need one of these, the answer is absolutely. You can wear it on your head. You can't on other hats. Hatception. So what are you waiting for? Let's make a tiny paper cowboy hat. I'm going to be using Post-it notes, but you can use whatever paper you want. Just make sure it's approximately the same size. We're going to start with a single sheet and fold it in half. Next, we're going to fold up on this edge. It should look a little something like this. Mine is about a 1/2 centimeter, and essentially what we're doing is making this little divot on the top of the hat. Next, we're going to create the width of the crown of the hat. So we're going to be folding the corners up like this, creating a right angle on both sides. And if we flip this around, that is the crown of the hat. So we're just going to go ahead and unfold the whole thing. At this point, the folds that you have are going to look something like this. We're going to make these outer 2 vertical lines mountain folds, in the middle a valley fold so it looks like an M. Make all of the diagonal folds mountain folds as well. It'll look something like this, and we want to create that divot, but to do that we need to make the outer part of that middle line a mountain fold while making the middle a valley. So these outer folds go in, this middle fold comes out, and the opposite for this divot here, so it's going to collapse like this. Here goes the other side one more time. Next, we're going to cut along all these diagonal folds. It'll look something like this, and we're just going to go ahead and overlap this edge to about this middle point. You can kind of adjust it to however you think it looks the best, but we're going to overlap them both. Now what this is doing is creating that kind of slope that you see on the hat. So if you look at it from this angle, and we're going to glue these into place. Go ahead and do all that on the other side. Now at this point, we have the bulb of the hat, the top, and we want to make that base. To do that, we're going to look at this top of our hat and kind of draw where we think that base is going to go around. And this is going to be our reference for when we cut it. We're going to be creating these little flaps that are going to stick onto the base of the hat, but right now they're kind of long, so I'm just going to go ahead and trim this up a little bit. Now it looks a little bit more uniform, so we can go ahead and make those flaps. Go ahead and cut up to that line that you made all the way around, and then we're going to go around and fold on that line all the way through both layers. It'll look something like this. Go ahead and open that up and fold all of those flaps into the center. Take a piece of paper and we're going to trace that shape onto it. And then we're going to draw a shape around it to create that base of the hat. It'll look something like this, and we're going to want 2 of these pieces next, so make sure you cut out 2. I'm just layering them on top of each other. We're going to cut out the center. I think it helps to cut just shy of the line that you drew. And then we're going to go ahead and cut out the outer circle, and you'll have 2 of those pieces. Go ahead and bring all of those flaps out. Spread some glue on your circle and attach your hat to the circle. Then glue your other oval on top. Curl those side edges of the base of the hat. And that's how you make